everyone, Stephanie here from the Air Division at Sig Sauer, here to talk to you guys about the M18 Proforce Airsoft. What we have here is a one-to-one replica of our firearm. So if you happen to carry an M18 firearm, you can train with this. And this is a great replica. It has everything, bells and whistles, that would come with your firearm. So you can build that confidence up and feel great about what you're doing on your everyday carry or your home defense or even just fun on the range. Cool thing about this is you can have fun in your backyard or your basement. Let's run through some of the features of this Airsoft. Starting with the sights, you do have front and rear white dot sights. Cool thing about the Proforce M18 is that it is mount plate ready. So what that means is that you can go ahead and purchase our reflex sight as an accessory, our Air Division reflex sight as an accessory. It is proprietary, but out of the box, that reflex sight does come with the mount plates that allow you to just throw it right on this Airsoft. So if you happen to be a part of the Red Dot Revolution, or you just want to be a better shooter and practice a little bit harder and put a little bit more time in, buy that red dot for your trainer as well. And that way, when you're moving into your firearm world, you'll be even more advanced and more ready. Aside from that, it is blowback. So every time you pull that trigger, you will see this slide go all the way to the rear and then come all the way forward, all the way to the rear and all the way forward. So you will feel a little bit of that recoil. It'll give you a little bit of that muscle memory like you would feel in your firearm as well. So again, advanced training, really, really great for muscle memory practice. As you can see, the orange tip in the front, it is Airsoft. It is a 6mm plastic pellet, which means that you can get a little bit more edgy on your game. You can do force on force. You can go out and do competitions if you're willing to do that as well. So it opens up a little bit more bandwidth in your practice if you're willing to just put in the effort. This Airsoft is a great, great mechanism for that. As you can see here, there is a front rail that is 1913 compatible. So anything that you run on your firearm, you can also run on your Airsoft as well. So that's a really nice feature. Front serrations here on the trigger guard, as well as a deep undercut under the trigger guard, and you have your beaver tail in the back, so you're getting a really nice grip with that trigger hand, allowing you, again, practice what you preach. You're allowed to hold this as you would your firearm, and it's a really, really comfortable fit for even small hands like me. Also, like me, if you're a lefty, we do offer this in an ambi. It's an ambi safety as well as an ambi slide catch lever, which makes it very, very compatible for all walks of life. Another great feature that comes with Airsoft is hop up. And what that is it puts backspin on your pellet. You can control that pellet or ammo in as far as distance, height, by adjusting the guide rod here. It's actually what we call a hop up. So you can, again, put more backspin on it. You can put less backspin on it. It allows for you to control your realm of training, which is a great, great feature when it comes to Airsoft. Very crisp, clean trigger. Every time you pull, you'll hear that noise. You'll feel that wall just like you would a firearm. It is satisfactory, let me tell you what. Okay, again, slide catch like you saw. Release here down to the magazine. Comes out of the box as a green gas mag, but we do offer CO2 accessory magazines. With that being said, as you can see, as a standard M18, this does come flush base. The CO2 version that we have was built for the M17 model, which is a full-size gun. So if you were to buy a CO2 accessory magazine for your M18, it is compatible, works in both the M17 and M18 models. Just be aware, it will be an extended magazine. So you'll get a little more rounds, a little more power, and it'll be a little bit more weight. But other than that, it runs exactly the same. You can interchange them, whether you're running specific competitions, only allows certain feet per second. So if you need a little bit lower feet per second, go green gas. If you want higher feet per second, go CO2. It's pretty simple. Hey everyone, Stephanie here from the SIG Air Division at Sig Sauer. Let's talk about our Proforce 229 air pistol. Now our Proforce line is one of our most practical and tactical lines, it is our new training platform, if you will, from Sig Sauer. And what I mean by that, by definition, is that this Airsoft mimics one-to-one the firearm counterpart. So it allows for the same weight, balance, and feel as what the 229 firearm has. In particular, this P229 Airsoft pistol was picked up by the US Coast Guard, and that really does allow them for optimal training, proving its superiority. Let's go into some of the features about it. It is a blowback CO2 Airsoft. It does lock back on the last shot, just like your firearm would. As you see here, the hammer is cocked. It does have a decocker, just like your firearm would. So you can practice what you preach and make sure that you're really honing in on your drills at home if you don't have time to make it onto the range. These are really great practice and training mechanisms for that purpose. So up next, if you come to the front here, we do have a Picatinny rail, just like your firearm, so you can apply any accessory that you feel fit, flashlight, laser, whatever you have fun with. If you move down to the magazine, it is a drop mag, which is great for practicing drills as well. That is a 23-round magazine, so it does very much simulate your firearm mechanism as well. The final feature of this product would be the trigger. It does have a double action, single action trigger, just like your firearm counterpart would. Hey everyone, Stephanie here from the Sig Sauer Airgun Division, here to talk about the X5 Advanced Sport Pellet Pistol, which is based off of our popular centerfire competition gun. This X5 ASP has a lot of great features that does mimic its centerfire, allowing for transition from training to range. The first feature is the SAO, single action only, flat, crisp trigger, which allows for perfect finger placement and consistent trigger pull from training to competition. It has a CO2 cam loading system, very easy. Drop your CO2 in, close the lever, ready to go. It has a adjustable elevation and windage rear sight. It has an ambi safety for those lefties just like me. Moving to the front, it does have a Picatinny rail for any great accessories that you would like to add on. There are etching on the front trigger guard as well as on the grip, so you can really get a good hold on the gun and allow for perfect match for your competition through your training in the backyard. This gun is offered in black as well as the silver you see here, and has a full metal slide and frame to mimic the weight and function of the centerfire. Another great feature this X5 ASP has is the magazine. Let me show you real quick. It is a 20-round belt-fed rapid pellet magazine. Load the 177 caliber into the belt, close it on up, and you're ready to have some fun. It also has a mag plate, as you can see here, which allows for optimal drop mag training in your backyard or on the range. Hello, Stephanie here from the SIG Air Division at Sig Sauer, talking to you about a groundbreaking product, the M17 pellet pistol. Now, this is a replica of our United States Army's awarded MHS pistol, and it shares a lot of its desired features. As you can see, coyote tan finish, polymer grip. It has front and rear white fixed sights, the ambidextrous manual safety, contoured trigger, as well as the serrations on the front of the trigger guard, and a Picatinny rail for flashlight or laser attachments. If we take a look, this is a full blowback action 177 caliber pellet pistol with an ejection port visibility window. This pellet pistol also comes with a rifled steel barrel, which allows for the utmost accuracy on the market at 430 feet per second. If we move to the rear of the slide, this gun comes right out of the box with the option for a red dot mounting plate. So if you are one who carries a Romeo on your 320 or your MHS and you want to practice what you preach, you are able to put a red dot optic on your training mechanism as well. Definitely the coolest feature of this airgun happens to be the self-contained magazine. Now, there's a lot to talk about with this because it is the highlight of the airgun. It is a two-piece system, as you see, simple button release here, and you are presented with the patented rapid pellet magazine that is belt-fed 20 rounds of fun. Put that right back into the housing, and you now have, again, a complete magazine system. One of the great benefits of this magazine is that, as you can see, It is self-containing. So if you're at home and you want to practice any of your backyard muscle memory, magazine releases, or magazine reloads when it comes to your real firearm, this housing sets itself up so that the valve is attached to this component rather than the air gun. That allows for a lot of efficiency, less leakage of the CO2, a lot more practice when it comes to your reloads on your firearm, and it actually provides a lot better velocity downrange when you're practicing from range gun to indoor backyard training tool. So train on, my friends.